Hi, it's me again with Corel tips and tricks. Pretty cool pattern that would go forever and ever. And I'm going to play around with it some more. I'm going to draw an ellipse and hit P. I'm going to hit Control D and make a duplicate to get the two-sided arrow while holding down the Shift key. And I'm going to do that right there. Now I'm going to take both these and I'm going to go to Effects and Blend. I'm going to blend them 6 times. And I get that right there. I'm going to go in and go to Object and break the blend apart. If you don't do that, sometimes you're going to have problems. I'm going to take a two-point line while holding down the Control button and make it perpendicular. Now I'm going to select it, Control D, and rotate that 90 degrees. We only need to use a quarter of this. So I'm going to group this together so I can get rid of it in a second, Control G. I'm going to take my Smart Fill tool. That worked out perfect. Now I can just move this out of the way. I'm going to go in and left click, no fill, right click outline, Control G to group it. I am going to hold down the Shift key and double click on the rectangle tool. You know what? That's going to be too many lines, but we'll see here in a second. So I'm going to select the black. I've got the red selected. I'm going to select the black. I'm going to Control D, and I'm going to mirror it both ways. Then I'm going to bring my rectangle back just to make sure I'm right. I'm doing something wrong. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. You know what? Let's try taking away. Maybe I took away that line. That looks better. Now I need this one to go continuously all the way through. So I'm going to hold down my Alt key with my virtual segment delete key and delete those lines. Make sure you get that one. But don't worry about that one because we're just going to fill this in. So now I'm going to group this together, Control G, and I'm going to take my Smart Fill tool and I'm going to fill in that, and then the outer parts of this and all that. So that looks like it's kind of behind there. I can get rid of my box now. Control G to group it. Let's make it 4 inches. And let's change our nut factor to 4. And this is where you can really change it. I'm going to Control D, but I'm going to mirror it. And then I'm going to Control G, grouped it, Control D to duplicate it. And there's that pattern. And now it'll just go forever and ever. And let's set our nudge factor now on 8. I didn't really use it before. See, you can just keep going. And it's a pretty cool pattern. Now I have more lines on this one, but I think I've made my circles bigger. So it looks like these are always on top. And I think we can do a lot more with this. Let me break this apart. I should save it for another video, but I'm going to go ahead and take this. And let's don't mirror it this time. Let's see what happens. Remember, I changed it to 8 inches. Let me get that over here. Change it back to 4. And this time, let's like mirror it. Well, that's going to give us, well, you know what? This is going to give us where this circle is always on top. Now it's behind one of those. So Control G, Control D, and hit it twice. Yeah, that's going to work good. Now we could either do 2 things. We could either do that and possibly mirror it. It's not going to fit. So what we're going to have to do is let's group this together, Control G, Control D, and now we're going to have to mirror it. That'll make it like that. Now we should be able to Control D and make another one. There we go. So this one is totally different than the first one. So let's just keep going. So I'm just doing, I only had it set on 4, but I just hit my arrow key multiple times. So if you look, now there's no one circle on top. There's, like this is on top, underneath, underneath. Where the first one I did, there's always one on top. And I believe I can do more with that. I'm working on something right there. Anyway, hope that gave you an idea or two, and thank you for watching.